Wonder if she has. That would mean she had been skipping school though, which I, of course, would put me on someone like Rin. I pour a little bit of white into the red bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. Can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her not to mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but I can at least try to get it as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not all old and bitter enough to think that like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs made of sea slugs because of the position. Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, but it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back far more than a human should flex. It's outstanding how effortlessly she manages her body around. There's a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yes. Where? At the art club. And he is blind. Oh, how can you paint if you are blind? No idea. So why is he there? That's the point. He is there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. You can't really do anything that you call art, right? But he comes there anywhere and paints. Why? I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I asked. So, he doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with eyes closed. It wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try it again. But he's becoming better at sculpting. I see. Maybe she didn't make a point of this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No? Just like I said, they are not very interesting. And I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I am like that boy. Maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep. I think I can tell that to her. You're a deep one. Nah, I'm really a shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know that I can only think of 4 things at the same time? No, but now I do. Right, now I'm thinking of the second floor's girls' toilet, ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe, and a haircut. I'm going to need a haircut. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I see that doing it is something she likes to do. She falls silent as Rin trends around, absently poking around some brushes. The thought about the art club sticks in her head for a while longer. I'm feeling like I'm treading over very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. She'd probably stop talking with her. It's not like I dislike her despite the confusion of her being causes. I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. It's just I don't have real creative drive or any technical skill. So usually if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper, then call it quits without even really trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. Makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down in her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with that uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. Thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted, and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. But it doesn't look like I have anything that must be done today. Oh shoot. Who? Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. Do you know her from my class? Oh, her, the mystery toilet girl. That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her mysterious toilet girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an internal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was for the week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. At least not around her. Rin turns to me to look blankly, as if she's not sure why it reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So do you want me to go eat dinner then? No, not yet. Rin turned her head, her hungry gaze at the wall, looking slightly more energetic at it, at least slightly less than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped a brush and is dipping it into fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me without any more, doesn't answer anything even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. Made a promise I'm going to keep at it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. The morning alarm goes off, and I fail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I decided to give morning runs another shot. I don't know if this was the greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made exist so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. I look like she's already worked up a good sweat. Just when the hell does she come around here anyway? Oh, it's you. I'm surprised to see you again. Why is that? Well, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. She frowned, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, I was only supposed to be on a volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. A shrug, and suddenly appears as she's forgotten what she's talking about. Then frowns, disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thought. So come on then. What? You're here to run again, right? Well, yeah. So come on. I find myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. Things seem to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling while Emily moves with an effortlessness that I find it inviolable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient, work toward things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start on our second lap. Emmy seems to have grown impatient keeping pace with me and begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Will I be able to do more? Go for it. What am I doing here? Am I really just going to fold and let Emmy pull ahead? I speed up.